love how you said frozen eggs before it was fashionable, because that is so true.
Yes.
Everyone's doing it now, which I'm glad. I'm like, maybe I inspired them, maybe I influenced them, but yeah.
Because you're 28, that's really young to freeze eggs.
Yeah. But I did a fertility MOT because I got offered the chance to do it. I was like, yeah, amazing, cool. And they were like, yeah, your AMH is really low. I would really suggest, because my professor had said to me before, I have a daughter your age, so I'm not going to let you just freeze your eggs, like basically because other people want you to, because it'll be good to talk about. He was like, if you don't need to, I'm not letting you do it. And I was like, okay, yeah, cool. And then someone, he was like, yeah, no, I think we should definitely go ahead with it. I was like, oh, okay then.
And what is that? Sorry, did you say
AMH. So basically, that is about, it's not about fertility, it's about length of fertility. Right. So my mum, my auntie and my nan all went through the menopause between like 40 and 42. And my sort of things show that I'll probably do the same.
Right.
So now if I'm ever hot in bed at night, I'm like, oh my God, it's here. It's here.
Yeah.
It's hitting me now.
That was me. My mum went through it at 42 and I'm 45 and I'm like, I am in it.
I am in it.
Such fun.
But yeah, so then I froze my eggs because I didn't know how long I would have. And at the time I was like habitually single, famously single. And I didn't know I was going to meet anyone. And then, so yeah, spent 15 grand freezing my eggs and then got pregnant by accident.
You got pregnant naturally, right?
Yeah.
So how many eggs have you got, like in a freezer?
12.
Somewhere? Right.
So what are you going to do with them?
I think for like future kids, obviously, hopefully have as many as I can naturally, and then if I need them. If not, I've always said I would donate them. And then I worked with a company called Fem Health, who are like a one-stop shop for fertility. And I worked with an IVF counsellor for that, because we did like a big press day together. And I said, yeah, and if I don't use them, then I'm just going to donate them. And she said, if you change your mind, don't beat yourself up about it. And no, I won't change my mind. And she, I'll just say again, if you change your mind, don't beat yourself up about it. But it's such a hard thing. Like, my friend texted me the other day, she did IVF out abroad, and she's got, I think, 3 embryos left, but they don't need to use them. So she said to me, what are you going to do with yours? Because obviously the 3 sort of like options are, you can destroy them, donate them to science to be poked and prodded and cut up and stuff, or you can donate them and then you don't know who they're going to. So I was like, yeah, all 3 options are I don't know. And like now that I've got Stanley, again, I was always like, yeah, no, I'll just donate them, it's fine. And when she said to me, that is like someone that's got the same DNA as Stanley.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is hard, but I think I don't need to make that decision now.
No,
it's quite good. But I saw Paul Brunson talking about it on his Instagram. They still pay for the storage of their embryos, even though they're not going to use them.
So do you not have to do that?
I do have to, but they just pay for the storage because they don't want to make because obviously all 3 options are a bit like, I don't know. Mine's like, I think mine's £400 a year.
Okay.
But when I met Sam, I'd done 2 rounds. One was abandoned the day before, which was fun. Like, literally went in for my final scan. They were like, so I'd done 2 weeks of medication, 2 weeks of going to London every other day. I live in Worthing, so an hour and a half on the train each way. Done 2 weeks of that, got in, and they went, no, I just don't think it's going to work this time, so we're just going to abandon. And I was like,
really?
Okay, cool. So like, come back next month. So went back the following month. And they were like,
abandon. It sounds so severe.
Yeah.
And they were like, come back next month. Went there and they were like, oh, there's still too much of the medication in your system, so we can't start this month. And also they say that you just pay once, and then that is until you get a successful successful collection. But what they don't tell you is you need to buy the medication each time. And obviously my medication, I think, was £1,800 the first time. And then because that didn't work, I had to be upped. Then it was £2,200. I dread to think what it is now. That was 5 years ago.
Is that like a Clomid too?
No, it's injections. Right. So it's like a pen injection. And then you do that in the evening for the first week. And then the second week, pen in the evening. And then like this big, thick needle in your stomach in the daytime, which is ugh. But it is what it is. And then I met Sam and I was going to do 2 more rounds. Oh no, sorry, I didn't. Then went for my third go, and I got that, and I got 5 eggs. And then I met Sam, but I'd already sort of booked in for another session.
Yeah.
And he was like, I've done some research, and apparently embryos are more successful. So do you want to make embryos together instead of just doing the eggs? And I was like, lovely sentiment, really thoughtful, but this is my backup plan. So no, thank you. I don't have to have consent from anyone to use anything, but thank you for the thought.
It's very generous though, isn't it?
Yeah. And then I did another round and I got 7 eggs. So I've got 12.
It's crazy because you spend your whole life, don't you, from a young girl being like, right, be really careful not to get pregnant.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you get to that stage where it's like, right, okay, I think we're going to try for a baby.
Yeah.
And then it's like, so why has it not happened? Like, I remember I went to see a doctor and had problems with my periods and stuff, and this doctor said, I think you've got polycystic ovaries. He said, my daughter had the same thing. So he sent me off to a fertility clinic. And at that point, I'd been married a few years. I was like, oh, well, we're not, like, we're just kind of seeing how things go. We're not like, right, I want a baby now kind of thing, because not everyone's guaranteed to be blessed with that. Yeah. But then next thing, my husband's having to have a Tommy Tank in Leicester Royal Hospital and get his sperm sample out. And my husband came out and he was just like, so they gave this pot to me and they said that you've had some dye in your womb and that, and I've got to have a wank in a pot. And I was like, oh God, sorry, I don't think I read the leaflet about the process here. So he had to get everything tested. And then, so we were given this Clomid to make me release more eggs. But then it's like, well, what if you release too many eggs? And then you might have like 3 or 4 babies. And then you're like, it's a real... There's a lady I follow on YouTube, and she wasn't allowed Clomid because her chances of having twins and triplets was higher, and they didn't think her body would be able to cope with it. And then she had IUI and ended up with quintuplets anyway. So Gosh.
Is that 4 or 5? Oh hell no!
Had 2, went to get a 3rd, and got 5.
She had 5 babies.
Mm-hmm. It's an amazing story.
Wow.
I feel like we need to on this podcast.
She lives in America.
We'll fly her
on
in.
Zoom.